Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today, just a quick video. I'm just going to review my team that finished my normal run playthrough in preparation for me to look up and see how we can do hard mode. So, first of all, I just finished my normal playthrough, first ever playthrough in my life. Never had any experience or anything like that. Didn't know any of the characters, or for the most part, none of the characters. But overall, it was a pretty fun run. Frustrating at many times, especially with the levels and the hit rates. Something I heard about, but I didn't know, first-hand experience how that would go in the game. And boy, did I learn. In any case, so I'm just going to review my team that finished this playthrough, because even my brother was talking to me afterwards about the levels that I've been getting and things like that. And, he was shocked, how bad some of my characters leveled up, but he was also shocked at how good some of the characters leveled up as well. So, let's just get started. So if you guys remember, these guys who are all on the top are pretty much my crew. These guys are the ones I finished the game with. I know it's not the true ending, but that's okay. It's my first playthrough. I have no quarrels about that. Here's Roy, level 6 Lord. I tried to get him as many levels as I could. I mentioned at the end of my actual run that I did review his stats before I killed Zephiel and seized the throne. So, here's my level 6 Roy. If I think about it, not bad. I'm pretty sure if I leveled a few more times, I'd be in the 20 stats with my other, skills like strength, skill, and speed. But overall, I'm actually kind of pleased with this. Now, is that a good thing or is this a bad thing? I don't know. To be honest, this is my first time, so, to me, at least it looks pretty good. HP wise, I think that probably could have been higher, perhaps. But overall, very pleasing to see. Lilina, his partner. High magic, obviously. She is a glass cannon, as I've heard. Overall, again, I did give her an angelic robe too. Overall, I think she did her job well. Again, magic doesn't weigh anything in this game, and so her con being 5 had no effect on her. I didn't even use 4 blades at the end either. I just used bolting. So overall, she was a very good performer for me, and she didn't really come into harm's way too much. So overall, I did pretty good. Not to mention, she killed Percival, in which it was a hit or miss situation. If I didn't hit, she would die first of all, and then Percival himself would kill someone else, and then of course his other cavalry probably would kill other people as well. So overall, it was really she was very trustworthy. So overall, I think she's really useful. I think she's pretty good. I'll probably use her again, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. Next up is Dorothy. She became pretty much my only true archer in the game. Because as you guys can see from the death counter, I did lose a couple archers along the way. But yeah, overall, level 12 sniper. This is without any stat boosters. That's actually really good. I mean, look at that. Almost max strength. Skills, skills whatever for an archer, because they have bows which have higher hit rates. Speed's okay, but a lot of HP. And she has 8 cons, so she can use all of her bows, no problem. So, I'm very happy with the way she turned out. Unfortunately, I didn't discover any supports, so that's something to keep in mind going forward. I hear that hard mode, you need a lot of supports, and, that's the way to play it. But my style, I don't really support people too much. If they get supports, they get them. If they don't, it's not a big deal to me. That's just the way I play Fire Emblem. I don't care about the supports as much, because it just takes time away, the fun away from it. So, probably not going to deal with it, but we'll see. Who knows? I might not even use her this time, because this time I am planning on keeping Sue alive. I didn't get to use her, so we'll see how things go. Next up is, in my opinion, one of my best units, if not top 3, 100%, Ellen. She starts off as a cleric, got transformed to a bishop, finally, by the way, in the desert chapter when I found that guiding ring with Sophia. Because I missed the first guiding ring because the thief took it in a chest. So, outside of her defense, tell me that this isn't a very, very strong unit for this game. Heck, not even just this game. In general, she is really strong. Almost max luck, which is 1 stat away. Almost max resistance. And she has 8 levels to go. As well as having... Well, I think I gave her Angelic Robe. But other than that, absolutely stellar. I mean, she starts with 1 magic. And now she has 21. She can technically max that out. So, tell me I'm wrong that she isn't one of the best units. I mean, she was absolutely phenomenal. Again, magic doesn't weigh anything, so her con being 5 doesn't matter. She was phenomenal in this run. She partnered up with Milady, that's it. But she was so useful. Not to mention she couldn't get hit, and she could kill very easily. I was very pleased. One of my favorite units for sure in the entire game so far. Obviously, it's just one playthrough, but maybe I got lucky. My brother thinks I got lucky, but at the same time, clerics are always my go-tos. Sarah in Blazing Sword, Natasha in Sacred Stones, Ellen here, just amazing. Next up is arguably the best unit in the game. I've been told, Milady, and she pretty much was my best unit in the game. 6 levels to go to level 20, but she could max out her strength, her skill, her speed's already maxed. Defense can't be maxed, but that's okay. Luck and resistance was her only weak sides. Otherwise, she was perfect. Not only is she beautiful, but she is an absolutely perfect unit. So I really, not much else to say about her. Best unit in the game, for me, I suppose. You can't argue that, right? Merlinus is whatever. I did let him die once and it scared the hell out of me, but he came back anyways. Alan, from start to finish, my most reliable unit, of course. He ended up being the only paladin in my crew, and he did a really good job. Of course, that speed being 23 had something to do with it, but overall, again, not the best stats for overall paladin. I won't deny, like, compared to like the other Fire Emblem games, this is just not spectacular. But for this game, I would say this is actually pretty good, based on my first playthrough. Can't say enough. He got me through that run all the way. I mean, every circumstance I needed him to do something, he got it done, and I think he did a really good job. So thank you, Alan. Thank you for being amazing, especially from the very beginning where you dodged everything. You're absolutely stellar. I just hope your levels are better in this next run, if I use you again. Geese, level 6 Berserker. I also got Garrett, by the way. Garrett's stats are weaker than Geese's at level 1 Berserker, so in the end, even though Geese level like crap, like absolute crap, overall his utility as a Berserker to traverse water and peaks, it didn't come in handy too much, so I probably won't use him again. But in the end, because of his HP and somewhat decent defense, he actually turned out not too bad and came in handy in a lot of times. So very useful. I just wish his stats increased better. I mean, a pirate without strength and speed or luck, that's kind of weird for me. Contrary to using Dart in Blazing Sword or Ross in Sacred Stones, they're just so much better. This guy is probably the worst pirate I've ever used, but he's cool. I like him. Will I use him again? Probably not. Lurum, Dancer, maxed out her speed pretty early on in her teen levels, but overall, she's a dancer. Nothing to say, nothing to complain about. I didn't know that you're supposed to use her to talk to Percival. In fact, I found out that she is the only one to talk to Percival, so I'm like, oh, did not know that. Okay. No prior information in the game given that would have indicated that she was the one to talk to him. At least not that I know of. So that was very strange and unfortunate for me. But in the end, I didn't need Percival. We still managed and we're fine. So overall, cute girl, but that's it. So moving on. Ward. Again, one of my top units for sure. Look at that strength, skill, and speed. Not bad for a level 16 warrior, in fact. Overall, performance-wise, right there at the top with Milady and Ellen, without a doubt. I would argue that he's probably that outside of Ellen and Milady, he'd probably be third best, and then Alan fourth best. But yeah, absolutely amazing. He did everything he needed to do. Heck, I'll go back and rewatch. I don't even think he missed once with the hammer against regular enemies. Bosses, sure, but against regular enemies, I don't think he missed once with the hammer. He was absolutely fantastic. And then of course I made him an archer as well, which, being strong and with as a warrior, helped phenomenally against the Burn Riven Riders. So overall, very pleased with how he turned out. If he can do this again, I wouldn't mind. So my brother actually uses Lot, the other fighter, whereas I used Ward. So kind of interesting to see. And I think, bro, if you look at these stats, tell me what you think. Do you think Ward is better, or do you think Lot is better? Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys think is better. Is it Ward, or is it Lot, or do you guys use neither? Or do you guys use both? Let me know. Next up is level 9 Falcon Knight Shanna. Again, I love Pegasus, but man, the Pegasus in this game suck. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They suck. I mean, if you look at Shanna's stats now, first of all, she didn't max out her speed when I transformed her to a Falcon Knight, and she starts with a ton of speed, so that's pretty bad. Overall, her survivability sucks. I gave her a angelic robe, by the way, and then her strength and skill are super low, so she couldn't really do much damage. And of course, defense being 10 sucks, so she dies really fast. Obviously, having 5 con, everything weighs her down, including this sword, and so it was hard to use her. But as a utility unit, she can fly and rescue people and transport people. She was very, very useful throughout the entire game. So as a given, I think she is one of those characters you have to use, at least for at least half the game, maybe. But overall, I'm happy with the way she did perform, and in the end she didn't die for it, so I can't really complain too much. I just wish she got a little bit stronger. And then of course her sister Thea, pretty much the same thing. She is 6 levels under, but overall her performance as well was actually lackluster. It was only towards the end when I started to give her a lot more kills and EXP. She leveled up a little bit better, but at the same time, it still sucks. I mean, level 3 Falcon Knight and she only has 20 speed. That's really weird. And then of course, the only thing that she has really going for her is her survivability. Her defense is pretty good, 14. I mean, that's higher than Shanna's 10. And her HP is already 36, which is okay. And that's without an angelic robe. And her con is 6. So overall, as a unit, sure, she's better than Shanna. As a character, she is terrible. I hate her. Like, her personality sucks. And then she's willing to kill Shanna just to be a mercenary. Like, oh my god, that's horrible. And then my brother's like, oh, the Fiora of the group. No. She is not Fiora whatsoever. Fiora is my Fire Emblem waifu, if you guys don't know. And this girl is like the complete opposite. I would kill her in a heartbeat. Anyways, moving on. Boars, level 11 general. I called him a dodgy knight because he dodged a lot in the beginning. And he has my trust. Without a doubt, had my trust throughout the entire game. But man, his level sucked. I mean, as like level 11 general, you would think he would already have 20 strength, but he does not. Skill, whatever, I get it. Skill sucks in this game. I understand. But 17 defense, look at that. Technically speaking, he can max out his defense. What is that? Is that like 21 defense or something like that? That's insane. That's insane for a general. So, performance-wise, absolutely stellar. Right up there at the top with the other guys. But level-wise, oof, that needed some work. I don't know if I'm going to use him again. If I do, it's probably just going to be in the beginning. I don't know for sure. Apparently, the name of the game is mobility, because I lost a lot of the legendary weapons because I took my time. Mostly because I couldn't push my way through. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably not going to be worth it using him. Now, granted, he came in handy on, what was that, the second to last chapter, the Cog of Destiny chapter, that all those paladins and wyverns and stuff came out in the bottom left corners, and they just swarmed him. The only one I needed to worry about was the bishop, but no problem, right? He survived all that, no problem. So I will give him credit for that. That was phenomenal. He kept my team alive because of that. If he died along that way, I don't know if we could have made it. Probably would have taken more casualties, but he did really well. Stalfo, I learned that there is no transformation item for the thief, at least not that I know of. But overall performance was stellar. For thieves to their game, I'd say he's like one of the best in Fire Emblem. Like thieves, straight up, not assassins, not rogues. Thieves to their game. Way better than Matthew. He's better than the Goal, in my opinion. He's better than what's his name? Colm in Sacred Stones, etc., etc. He's better than any of the other thieves in this game. So, absolutely fantastic. And he got 14 strength, which is really nice. He was able to survive on his own. He didn't need protection from somebody. He could do his, his own thing, and I was satisfied. Not to mention he has 8 con, so he doesn't really lose too much speed. So, really useful. Ygritte, she was stronger than Dorothy when I first got her, but that quickly changed around. Her levels were absolutely bad, and then of course Dorothy's were absolutely fantastic. So in the end, Dorothy ended up being better. Not to mention Dorothy had 1 extra con. But again, coming in as a sniper, she was very useful for me. There was a lot of wyverns we needed to kill, and all my archers, her, Dorothy, and Ward, they all came in handy. So I'm happy with her performance overall. But will I use her again? Depends if who's alive, I suppose. But probably not. We'll see. Neem, she came in late, obviously. She started as an 18 druid, right? So I didn't get her level. Close though. Very useful, in fact. I kind of questioned her use of the Eclipse, which I didn't hit anything, but overall she is a strong druid. Considering I don't have many magic users. I mean, as you guys can see, I lost Raya along the way. So I'm actually pleased with how she performed. In fact, even in the end, she had a chance of dying multiple times, and she still survived and did well for me. So very happy with the way she performed, and great substitution unit for sure. Clarine, my goodness, as you guys see, she has E rank in magic. I could not buy another fire, sadly enough, and so she was not used in the final battle. But had I gotten her magic, she would have been there. She has so much avoidability with 21 speed and 29 luck that she was able to dodge on that Cog of Destiny chapter. I don't even know what it's called. I gotta figure that out. And she was just able to survive. She had... And then, of course, because she was so low level, every time she got a kill, she got like 60 EXP. So she just kept leveling up and up and up. And she just kept increasing her stats to keep getting more avoidability. I mean, at base, she has 71 avoidability right now. And that's fantastic. She was able to dodge pretty much every single enemy. The only ones who could hit were Wyvern Lords with Silver Lances. But even then, it was like 10 to 20% hit rates, and she was able to dodge them all, even though she was one shot. So in the end, she did fantastic, but that lack of magic, defense, and HP is just mind-blowing. She is fragile as hell. Will I use her again? As a healer, yes. But again, if she doesn't level up magic, I don't know if I will. We'll see. And that's it. Trek here's here. Didn't pan out as much as I want him to, so I didn't use him in the end. As you guys also see on the death counter, Noah died. He was level 19. I was trying to get him one more level, and then I got purged? Bolting. I got hit by a siege helmet and died, so that sucks. I had the Knight's Crest and everything. But otherwise, everyone else doesn't really matter. I tried to use Fur a little bit. Didn't level up great. I try to get her to go with her brother Boris, but yeah, she's a bad unit, can't use her, and so on and so forth. So in the end, I am very pleased with how things turned out. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's so weird. We get all the other guys in this trial map. Oh, so by the way, I'm in the trial map area. So this is one of the trial maps. I didn't know this was a thing at the end of the game. But, oh, that's cool. We get the other guys in the game. Spoiler alert, right? This guy, my goodness. Screw you, you pervert. You are a nasty character. You, screw you. You didn't have to die, and yet you're an idiot. And yeah, you're just stupid. Goodbye, Gale. You're dumb. You deserve to die. Here's Hector. Cool. I don't know why his strength isn't higher, but cool. At least he's not all bloodied up, right? Brunya, I did not get to face her. She is a sage. She's part of the true ending, of course. Ellawood, yes. Ella God. Look at those stats. He is still an Ella God. Why is he a paladin? He is an Ella God right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Love it. Murdoch. He was actually a pushover fighting him. And it's sad because he's a tomahawk user. That is weird to me. It just doesn't seem like a tomahawk user. If anything, give him some kind of special axe. I don't know. Ziphiel, of course. Nothing impressive, of course. And then someone who I thought didn't have an actual character unit. It's Guinevere. She's a 20 sage here. Obviously, you can't use her in the game, but that's kind of cool. Like, they gave her a unit to use. 29 HP, oh my goodness. A sage with light magic as their S rank. Oh my god, that's actually kind of cool. Look at that. That is cool. But yeah, I love Guinevere. Her character in this game, spot on. I think she in general was character-wise right at the top. Obviously, you can't use her as a unit, but character development and the way she performs in this game, absolutely fantastic. I loved her. I loved her dialogue. I loved her character. Yeah, absolutely fantastic character. But that's my team. So overall, I didn't use. Obviously, you guys could see who I didn't use out here in the bottom. You know, some of them are just not usable. Like, I couldn't use Juno. There's just no way. There's just no way. Like her sisters, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. There's no getting around it. Level 9 Falconite, this is terrible. I'm very sad, but I personally won't be able to use the Pegasus in this game because they suck so much. But who I can use is this guy. So I can use obviously Milady, but then I can also use this guy, her brother Zeiss, and he will get hard mode bonuses. So that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, there's only one Delphi shield, so in the end, I think Milady will still take it. I don't know if you're going to be stronger than her because he does come a little bit later. But overall, first playthrough, I'm happy with how things turned out, and I'm ready to start the hard mode. But we'll see when I start it. But that's it for this one. Thanks for this recap video. If you guys watched it, if you guys didn't watch it, no problem. Well, if you guys didn't watch it, you didn't hear me say that. But yeah, moving on to hard mode. Obviously, not all these characters are going to be used, as I've already discussed in this video. But probably most of them may come back. We'll see. Like I said, I am happy with how some of them performed. As you guys know, Ellen, Milady, Ellen, Ward, those four, absolutely stellar. I loved them, and honestly, they could still be in my group going into this next run. If, of course, they level up pretty much the same way they did. Alan's probably the biggest question, because he is one of those Cavaliers that, you know, can give and take with their levels. Ellen, too, I get the feeling I may have gotten lucky with her. Not to say I did, or didn't, but my brother thinks I did, so we'll see. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap of my normal Ironman run first ever playthrough team. And, I hope you guys will catch me for my hard mode. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Comment down below. Again, tell me which fighters you guys like. Did you like both, neither, Ward, or Lot? Let me know. And then, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then, of course, stay tuned for my hard mode. And I will catch you there. Have a great day. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.